Hello again, we are back with more from Call of Duty Ghosts, as we are now allowed to talk about and show the Xbox One version of the game. Now, this has already been revealed to be running at 720p upscaled to 1080, but I have a feeling that there's a few people out there that don't quite have it in their mind as to what that means graphically. So we're back on the Federation Day level, where we've already had the PS3 to PS4 comparison last week, and we'll start off with a quick reminder of how the PS3 version looks for that current gen baseline. Now, there's really nothing to shout home about here, and it looks fairly standard for a Call of Duty game, I guess. However, when you step up to the PS4, you do have such a big jump in detail, lighting effects, and of course resolution. No, it's maybe not the best looking game on the PS4's launch lineup, but it is a huge leap over the PS3 version. And I think that the same can be said of the Xbox One version. The only difference from Xbox One to PS4 in this section is with the resolution, with all of the other effects completely intact. Now, heading to the first side-by-side comparison, you might notice that the Xbox One version on the left is a touch brighter, which, hands up, is my fault for not triple-checking that all the settings were identical over the course of quite a few hectic days. However, there is also a degree of variation through the fireworks adding different coloured lights to the environments. But at least you don't have anything like the pop-in or loss of detail which you can plainly see happen when you look at the PS3 version on the right.
Kill the lights. Beautiful. Two on the left balcony. Move down and take them out. Target's down.
The next comparison shows that very close-up murder, but if we freeze frame for a second, you can look closely and just see the finer detail on the texture of his jacket and the smoothness of the shadows. These versions are very close together with identical assets. And it goes beyond that, because as you reach this point, you can see very noticeable aliasing. Neither platform is immune to this. But for a little test, which platform do you think that this footage is from? And then which platform is this footage from? Finally, this one should be quite easy, and I literally just wanted to show off that double headshot. But if you mentally jotted down the PlayStation 4, followed by Xbox One and PlayStation 3 third, then you would have been correct. But ever onwards, we go to another couple of Xbox One to PlayStation 4 split-screen comparisons. I want to rewind time a little bit and have another look at that explosion again, this time with the PlayStation 3, to show the additional debris and particle physics the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 can chuck around on screen. No, it's not up there with NAC or Resogun, but we'll certainly see more debris and sparks and explosions over the coming years, as people get to grips with the platforms. Heading to a quick look at the multiplayer, and we have a couple of snippets from fairly similar paths I ran through these two maps on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And with that, I think I'll bring this comparison video to a close. I've generally tried to steer away from the absolutes in most of these instances, but to cap things off, it's been interesting to trawl through this footage once more and see that maybe the resolution isn't the be-all and end-all of how a game can look. Asset detail and effects work play a big and maybe even more important role. It is naturally disappointing that 1080p could not be achieved, but with resources spread across a lot of platforms, some of which have got ever-shifting technological goalposts, this is clearly a factor which has hampered third parties more so than first. As always, if you have an opinion of your own you'd like to voice, feel free to post in the comments below. I expect some of you would like to say once again that you're sick and tired of these platform comparisons, so you'd best get typing, and we'll see you next time.
SATCOM spotted. SATCOM ready.